a little bit.
Yeah, they certainly are. High intensity, very physical out there. Part of the reason I didn't play in this game because I was expecting a high physical aspect of it. Just Brad Kogut.
Kogut carries in, puts a good shot on Laporte. Laporte has to steer it aside. Kogut's still with it. Kogut looking for help. Kogut circles around. Kogut gets it out to the point. Here's a shot by number 5. That's the defenseman Alexander getting it in there. Alexander still controlling. Alexander throws it in front. Oh, and a whiff on that. What a great chance for McGrath, but he couldn't close the door. Comes to the outside now. Stepping in with it is number 20. That's going to be Galecki. Galecki tries to get a shot, but can't. Lots of Americans just swarming all around. Comes out to the outside now. This is going to be Alexander. Alexander tries to feed it over, but it's picked off by Young. Young brings it up ahead. Young gets it out to Seed. Marty Seed, the captain of Team Canada, throws it in on the net, throws it out behind, and now the Canadians control behind the net. That's Young. He's a plucker down in the deep zone. He's well known for that, for breaking up plays and getting the puck loose. Here's a big shot from the point, and Gadoshian has to hold on.
Very high intensity, fast pace here to start the game off there, Bob.
So far, so good. Looks
today.
This is Brad, do-it-yourself Kogut, takes the face-off, but he manages a pass-off. It might have been an accident, but it did look like a pass. Here's a big shot by the point, and it's picked off by the Canadians. They tried the breakout pass. Marty Seed can't control it. Circling now behind the net. That's Galecki. Galecki tries to throw it ahead, but it gets it picked off. Oh, that could have been a costly mistake, but fortunately there to clean up the mess is Stewart.
Hell of a
Stewart
slash
circles
trip
behind
there.
his net. Stewart feeds it over now. Stewart feeds it over to his partner Alexander. Alexander comes up. Here's Kogut. Kogut with a pass in front. Here he goes on another save by Laporte.
Oh!
And again, Laporte flirting with disaster there. Made the save, but then started backing up.
Wow, what a pass. You never see Kogut make a dish like that. Something must have got into him there. But again, another guy I was talking about this week, Brad Kogut. Talked about a lot and went to Culver Military Academy where he grew up playing hockey and actually started off as a figure skater, Bob, and parents sent him over to Culver, tried to turn him into more of an ice hockey player, which seems to be pretty successful.
Yeah, a lot of people would probably disagree with you that. A lot of people would probably say he should have stuck with the toe pick because, you know, the nice is, yeah, if you get involved in doubles in figure skating, that's going to be an issue, but at least if you're a singles figure skater, you know, there's no one to complain about not passing you the puck.
That's true. His feminine ability and also his selfish attitude are definitely two things that make him a great figure skater.
Terrible Tom Conti tries to get a point there. Throws it a length of the ice. Great play there by number 5. That's going to be Alexander to keep it in. Walking it in now. Here's a shot. Great pad save. Shot by Stewart. Great pad save by Laporte. Comes around behind the net now. Number 9, that's going to be the American McGrath. McGrath throws it around. Loose around the puck. It's going to come back to the point here. Stepping in to pick it up is Alexander. Alexander gets behind the net on the near side. Comes around the outside. Here's Kogut. Kogut looking for help up front. Can't do it. Beautifully broken up there by, looks like it might have been Waddell. Nope, Duggan making that play there. God, how could I mistake those two? One of them's like a kid and the other's like 60 years old. Okay, pass goes to the outside now. This is going to be number 4, that's Stewart throwing it in behind the net. And here on the far side, picking it up is going to be number 44, Duggan. Duggan pressured by Galecki. Throws it out. Here's a breakout chance for the Canadians. Number 9 breaking in. That's going to be it. Here's a shot. Gadoshian in front. Oh, and a big save by Gadoshian. A great opportunity there by Morton. Still loose in front. Another chance. Still loose in front. Puck's loose and finally cleared out. And what a great play by Andy Gadoshian.
What a sequence, Bob. So you see some of that speed out there. It's interesting to note 2 healthy scratches this evening from Team USA, Brian Valente and Ryan Birmingham. Had a little issue a couple weeks ago. Both are scratches this week. Got in a little tiff on the bench at a Federals game a few weeks ago. Both healthy scratches, or no, I'm sorry, not healthy scratches. Both out with hurt feelings, Bob.
Oh, that's a tragedy. And you know, both those guys, you know, they're like twins. If one has hurt feelings, the other will soon follow.
Well, yep, they kind of are at each other's wits' end here, but I'm sure they'll make up in no time and have great make-up hockey, Bob.
Corky keeps it in for the toe drag, shoots it just wide. There's that latent laziness of Tim Conti, perhaps causing us some problems. But Conti makes a good pass to Kogut. Kogut with a shot loose in front. Oh. And clearly Brad Laporte, out of fear, kicks the net off the moorings.
No surprise to see a shot there from Kogut on a 3-on-2, huh, Bob?
Absolutely not, and I think it was actually a 4-on-2, and in fact it might have been a 6-on-2 because the entire team had been taking a break, and now we finally start to hear the USA chant going up from the crowd. Face-off on the near side. This is Kogut going to be taking the face-off. He's faced off against, I can't quite make out the number from here. I guess that's going to be No idea. Anyway, comes around the outside now, trying to put the body on his Kogut. Comes along the outside, there to chase him off is Morgan. Shot in front, broken up by number 18. That's Brad Hamilton. Hamilton, the captain of Team Auto, throws it up to number 17, Gary Wiseman. Wiseman gets it out. Now Wiseman's got a chance. Wiseman does a nice move to skate around. Here comes Wiseman inside. Wiseman looking for help, can't find it. Loose puck in front, picked up and cleaned up by Whelan. Canadians have another chance. Going around behind the net there is Morgan. Morgan racing in to get the play now is number 17, Wiseman. Wiseman all over the ice on this shift. Wiseman's got the puck again. Wiseman takes a nice shot, but Gadosian is there. Comes to the outside, the far side now. This is number 3, Corky. Canadians looking good on this shift. Number 6 throws it out. That's going to be, might have been Morgan put that out there. And now finally the Canadians come the other way. McGrath feeds it over to... There's a chance in front. Here's more. McGrath with a shot. McGrath with a big save. And Laporte makes the save. Waddell now comes back there. Yeah, our statistician in the booth here, Derek Banning, pointing out it's quite a crowd. I'd say probably 12, 13,000 people. So far we are outdrawing the Thrashers for this game. Controlled over there, number 4. That's going to be the Canadian Waddell. Waddell brings it on the outside. Here's Whelan. Whelan now throws it on the outside. Whelan fighting in the near side, or the far side corner rather. Whelan feeds it up ahead to number 9. That's McGrath.
3-on-2 here, Bob.
3-on-2 for the Americans. McGrath looks it over to Kogut. Kogut shoots. Big save by Laporte. Still loose. Americans still scrambling. And now number 9 for the Canadians will bring it out. That's Morton. Here comes Corky up the near side. Check that. That's King. King pressured by Kogut. King loses it now to Napo. Correction, Skiba. Skiba feeds it over to Kogut. Here comes Kogut. Kogut looking for a pass. No, I'm just kidding. Kogut brings it in around the outside, dumps it in behind the net. Loose puck, and Laporte's going to hold on to that one. 12:27 left to play in the second period.
Hey, Bob.
Feeds it up to Whelan. Whelan now comes in. Whelan on a breakaway. Whelan tries to take a shot. Oh, he goes right in over the net and over Brad Laporte.
I'll tell you, as a true hockey fan here, I just love to see that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Dan Whelan going face first in the net. You got to wonder if there's still probably a lot of vodka in his system from the last century.
You know what? That's a great point. Our statistician, Derek Benning, has just told us we've not seen Chris Duggan on the ice in quite some time, number 44. There you go. I mean, you got to wonder there. A little sloppiness by the Canadians, and Kogut's there to clean up the mess. Kogut now coming in on Surma. Surma's got to turn around to fend him off. Kogut looking for help. Kogut's got McGrath. He won't pass. Goes behind the net instead. Kogut into the near side corner. Kogut fighting. And over there to pick it up now is going to be number 16. Number 16 is Morgan. Morgan, loose puck in front. Here's Kogut. Kogut looking to feed it around the outside. Brought there by Duncan. Duncan does a great play breaking it up, and Surma controls the point. Now here comes McGrath. McGrath feeds it back to Galecki. Galecki behind the net. Galecki looking for help. Feeds it behind the net to Kogut. Kogut can't control. Kogut tries to bring it in there. Kogut looking for help. Kogut feeds it back over to McGrath. McGrath now circling. McGrath pressured by Duncan. Surma. Correction, Morley. Correction, the Canadian. It was Morley. Comes back to the point. Here's Kogut takes the pass. Can't control it. Morley on Kogut. Comes around the outside. Galecki feeds it out in front. Can't control it. This comes back. Shot from the defensive point. That was, I guess that was going to be Alexander.
Great accidental pass by Brad Kogut there.
Did he get the goal? She got it wrong. It's Clifford from Wheeling. No. She only had Clifford. Where's Clifford?
The American goal scored by number 91, Sean Clifford. Assisted by number 49, Dan Whelan. Here come the Americans. Duncan tips it over to Wiseman. Their teammates on Thompson O'Brien. Morgan's got it over here. Now here come the Americans the other way. This is Kogut. Kogut looking to pass it over. Does, but puts it in the skates. Kogut still with the puck. Kogut comes out in front. Kogut looking for help. Accidentally comes back to Alexander. Alexander throws it behind the net. Picked up there. Comes around and back. This is going to be a loose puck. Duncan controls. Duncan feeds it over to Wiseman. Wiseman looking to make up for that horrific, terrible atrocity of the play that he made a few moments ago. Feeds it over to number 3. That was Jarrett Morley. Jarrett Morley on offense. Cats and dogs living together, world living upside down. Jarrett Morley's in the offensive zone. Coming up the near side now, controlled there by number 23. That's Surma. Surma now trying to keep it in. Surma can't. Comes all the way back. Here's going to be a chance for the Americans. Napo feeds it over to Kogut. Kogut tries to tip it in. Can't do it. Napo tries to throw it on the outside. Can't. Comes along the boards there. It's controlled by Lopez. Lopez in front. Score! Brad Kogut with a nice backhanded tip-in. Pass comes across from Lopez, and now it's 5-0 Americans.
Great setup in the zone there, Bob. You wonder where that line, it's a talented line, you wonder where they've been all game, and finally show up here when it doesn't matter.
There's the face-off now. Comes to the outside. This is Lopez. Lopez looks defeated on the inside. Canadians starting to look a little bit demoralized now. You got to wonder if but Daw did not. I'm sorry, correction, Morton. But Morton didn't see it. Morton controls behind the American zone. Morton looked for help in the corner. He's pressured by Clifford. Throws it around behind the net. Collected there by Galecki. Galecki is pressured by Duncan. Duncan takes the puck. Duncan tries to feed it over to a wide-open Daw, but can't do it. Now here come the Americans. Fed up ahead to number 20, Matt Galecki. Matt Galecki in over the blue line. He's got no help. Feeds it over to Kogut. Kogut with a nice little move there on Duncan. Kogut still controls. Kogut tries to knock it down. Kogut still holding on to the puck. Kogut tries to stuff it in. Kogut gets it to the outside. Now it's picked off there and finally comes out of the American zone.
Kogut there.
I think Brad did
nice
do a little
finish on
pirouette
the
there.
double somersault.
Thrown over on the corner of the ice there was going to be number 4. That was Stewart. Stewart feeds it up, and now here come the Canadians. This is Morgan. Morgan circling back from help. Fed over now by the Americans is Galecki. Galecki pressured by number 23. That's going to be Surma. Surma turns him to the outside. This is Morley. Morley fighting for it there in the corner with Alexander. Puck comes to the outside. Now here come the Canadians side. Sorry, and chasing it back now is
Stewart,
McGrath.
Bob.
Stewart, it was Stewart. You're correct. But again, not a professional broadcaster.
No, you're doing a hell of a job, though, Bob.
Here come the Americans now. This is going to be number 4. He brings it to the outside. That's Stewart. Stewart throws it in front to Kogut. Kogut tries to get it. Can't do it. This is Alexander. Alexander throws it back on the net. Loose puck. Galecki can't knock it down. Galecki in the far side corner. Throws it back behind the legs of Morley. Morley, this is Kogut. Kogut. Morley takes it off his stick. Kogut now looking to get some help. Galecki circles back. Throws it back to Galecki. Galecki with a pass across. What a great play. Oh, and he misses the net. Great chance for McGrath. Canadian goal. It's a shorthanded goal scored by number 2, Darren King, assisted by number 18, Brad Hamilton, and number 4, Mark Waddell. Puck behind the net now. Canadians trying to put pressure on, trying to get back in this game. Loose puck. Fists get up there. And I noticed, does it look like we've got Teddy Height back in the net now? Teddy Height back in the net for the Americans. Referee goes down. Loose puck. Here comes Lopez. Lopez brings it up across the border. Here comes Napo. Napo now trying to break it in. Broke it up there beautifully by Morley, but Napo gets by, but a great backup play by Duggan to break things up. Here's Lopez with another chance. Feeds it over to Napo. Napo tries to give it back to Lopez. Lopez is in position to put it into place. Correction, that was Nitschke. You're correct. Nitschke, actually.
That's a
Here
good
come
looking,
the Canadians.
That's a good-looking line out there, Bob. I've had a chance to play with a lot of these guys, and tell you that Sean Napo and Cooper Stewart, 2 good-looking players out there. Haven't had a chance to play with them, but boy, I bet they're dynamite in the shower. A couple of good-looking guys.
And here's a shot by the Canadians again, steered aside by Height. And speaking of Sean and good-looking, have you seen Sean Clifford's wife?
Absolutely not. Is he way out of his league, Bob?
Way out of his league. I mean, there's Marion up, and then there is Marion from the base to the top of Mount Everest, and Sean Clifford climbed that mountain 3 or 4 times to get her.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, where is she, Bob?
I don't know. I saw her down in the stands earlier before. I think she was talking to a couple other dudes, though. Here comes the Canadians now. This is Skiba. Skiba tries to break in. He can't do it. Now Napo chasing him over there. Napo tries to circle into the corner. Napo feeds it in front. Can't do it. Broken up there beautifully by Duggan. Duggan not looking anywhere near as fat and slow as we thought we would see him, having not being played this season. Here comes another chance by King. King with the big shot. Teddy's got to control it. Gets his own rebound. Loose in front. Teddy Height cleans up the mess. Boy, King trying to make it a one-man show here. 6-1.
Just this in from another one of our sponsors, a TCBY soft serve player of the game, Bob, Tim Conti.
Congratulations on Tim Conti. Another consecutive soft serve win for Tim Conti.
Soft player of the game, Tim Conti. Again, usually winning that award on most games. Just a soft player, Bob. Actually took off from squirts until beer league because he was so afraid of the checking aspect of the game.
A lot of criticism, very close friendship between Tim Conti, the player on the ice right now, and Bob Furr, the general manager of Team Canada. Here's a shot by King. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Some people kind of wondering, if that may have played a role in Tim Conti making the team. Certainly King now throws it along the far side. He gets it back to Waddell. Canadians looking a little better, but, I'd say it's $1 late and a toonie short.
Yep, absolutely. You got to wonder
Pass
at this
in front
point,
to Conti.
Team
Conti
Canada,
now tries to feed up ahead. He's got Smith breaking. Brad Hamilton will have none of that.
I guess
they're going to have to play and gets it back to Smith. Smith now looking to make a shot. Smith with the shot. Oh, and a beautiful glove save by Brad Laporte. If only he'd had that glove in the first period.
Absolutely. And this is that first line for the American team. They really shined in the first period. Kind of took the second period off, but they're back again in the third, and they're looking pretty good here.
So 6:20 left in the game, 6-1 American. Maybe this would be a good time for us to go over the overtime and tie rules for our fans at home.
I don't think so, Bob.
Nichols loses the face-off. He looked a little soft serve on that one, and now here come the Canadians. Brad Hamilton trying to do something for his country. Oh, and he's got the man wide open. This is Morgan. Morgan looking to get it over. Morgan to try to do one for the Queen. Morgan trying to do the Queen. Morgan brings it to the outside, comes behind the net. This is number 17 now, Wiseman. Wiseman fighting it. Wiseman gets in front. Here's a pass in front to number 6. That's Duncan. Duncan with really some chicken-like arms on that player. He might have had a chance. Brought out to the outside now. Here come the Americans. That's number 17, Wiseman, fighting again. We are calling Wiseman's name an awful lot.
Yep.
Here come the Americans. Here comes Smith. Smith with a shot, and he scores! Luke Smith with another big goal, and you got to be thinking the Canadians just want it to be over.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it put me out of my misery at this point. You got to figure the Canadians know at this point that they're buying the beer for tonight, and you can't help but wonder if they started drinking it in the first period there, Bob.
There you see that replay on the screen, folks, and I mean, you know, the shot and Brad's glove just in 2 different time zones there. Donnie Young taking the face-off against Kogut, comes to the outside. This goes back to the Canadian defenseman. That's going to be Surma. Surma figures it ahead to Kogut, and I'll tell you what's great. With now just 4 minutes left in the game, I'm starting to learn the players' numbers and can remember their names.
Absolutely. Be just perfect for next time for a couple years from now. The game.
Number 3 now brings it in. Here's a shot by Dawes, lost by Teddy Height there. Comes around behind the net. Now this is going to be Alexander. No, it's going to be Stewart. No, it's going to be Alexander. No, it's going to be Stewart. He brings it up ahead to Kogut. Kogut circling back there with McGrath. Kogut takes a shot. Wide pass to McGrath. He's just wide open, and Laporte's going to hold on.
Yep. Biggest question when Kogut's carrying the puck down the ice is probably going to be a slapper or a wrist shot. You know, Bob?
It looked like McGrath maybe took a run at Kogut there, maybe just getting a little bit frustrated about, I mean, you know, just one pass, I think, is probably all.
Certainly, yeah. I think sitting up here in the booth, I've gotten as many passes from Kogut as everybody else on the team combined, Bob.
Here's a shot from the outside. Oh, almost a chance for Galecki.
6-4, and they do not keep track of how many goals are scored by 6.
The American goal scored by number 6, Luke Smith. Number 4, Cooper Stewart on the assist. Here come the Americans now. This is number 5, Donnie Young, trying to circle it in there, and he can't. Here come the Americans now. This is Galecki. It's going to be a 2-on-1 for Galecki and Cooper. Stewart comes in. Galecki takes a shot. Loose puck in front. Stewart tries to get in front. Nobody there but Canadians.
Those 2 on the 2-on-1 there, Bob. They're roommates. Had a little tiff. Spent the night apart last night, but they do have some pretty good chemistry.
Another